demonstrating in Canva today, as I always do. Canva is amazing for so many different things. And if you are using if you are doing social media, I really encourage you to learn Canva, graphic design program that it can be free forever if you choose to, but an absolute lifesaver for the people who aren't graphic designers. So this webinar today is brought to you by Digital Solutions and Business Station. I'm a digital solutions advisor, and we are lucky enough to be able to give you amazing support. So 3 hours of one-on-one speaking personally to your business, about your business. 3 hours of that, and then 4 hours of webinars and workshops that we think will help you grow your business. So we have a really in-depth chat about it. We see where you are in your business, and then we see where we can move you forwards. So I specialize in social media, e-commerce, and Canva, and there's 35, I think, of us on the team that specialize in different areas. So whatever you need in your business, be in your digital business, we can actually help you. So this is an amazing grant, 7 hours worth for $44. If you haven't jumped on board with this already, I really encourage you to do so. You might like to write down the link, Business Station website, and then you look at the Digital Solutions program. So if you haven't met me before, hi, my name is Victoria. I practice what I preach. So I'm not here, just giving out advice. I'm actually doing it. So I understand. I've been owning businesses and selling businesses for quite a number of years, e-commerce businesses, bricks and mortar businesses, and for probably about 12 years now. And I really understand how easy it was when we first started with social media and marketing on social media, because that's when I started and I was doing it as well. And now it's a lot more difficult. We've got more platforms. The platforms are a lot, they're a little bit complicated. There is a lot of features. And so it's a little bit more tricky to actually grow now. And because just about everybody is online, there's a lot of traffic that goes through there. So we just need to learn how to play the game. So I practice on my own businesses. I experiment on my own businesses before I come to you. And I see what works and what doesn't. And then I try to make it quick and easy for you, because I understand that you are time poor. And I understand that you need to get things done quickly. So like I said, I've owned lots of these things. I own a skincare company at the moment. So I am doing all the marketing for that as well. And, quite a few other things within the business, as you would know. I'm very, very passionate about seeing businesses grow. So I am teaching this full time, and I'm also a board member of the local Chamber of Commerce. So, but most of all, I'm a mum to 2 teenagers. 2022 is expected to be the first $1 trillion year for online sales, largely thanks to the pandemic. So people were locked inside. They were shopping online. They couldn't go and get deliveries. They couldn't go to shops. They couldn't go, wherever they wanted to go. So they were actually sitting and they were shopping online. The people that I've spoken to, and I speak to hundreds of businesses, the people that I've spoken to that pivoted and went online have grown enormously during this pandemic. The people who held off and didn't go online have really been left behind. So it's not too late. It is, obviously this pandemic is going to be around for a while, I'm assuming. I don't know. I can't predict the future that well. But what I do know is that people are used to now shopping online. They understand how to do it. They also are very savvy about it. They need to know that they can trust you. Everybody has been scammed, spammed online, or they know somebody that has been. So consumers are wary, consumers are clever. And so it's our job as businesses to build that trust, and to build that trust in order for us to grow our businesses. So most of these sales come through smartphones. So what I encourage you to take from that is that you need to optimize all of your online platforms so that they look fantastic on a phone. Most people are sitting on the couch, or they're scrolling through their social media and they're on their phones. They often look at apps, they often look at websites on their phones. So if you have a website, please make sure that it is optimized for a smartphone, that it looks very, very good on a phone. And most websites make this quite easy for you to do, to preview and see what it looks like on a phone. A lot of the times, and I used to make websites, so I understand this, a lot of the times is when we're creating websites, we create it on a large, a large desktop, and it looks amazing, it looks fantastic, but we forget to click it over to see what it is going to look like on a smartphone. And often the website takes away bits of our website without us even asking them to. When we're creating it to put it onto a phone, you have to actually put them back in. So please make sure that you are looking at your website from a phone, not from a tablet, not from a desktop, but actual phone, to see if it looks good on the phone. Check all of your links. Check all of your links to make sure that they work. Pick up somebody else's phone and do the same thing. Please make sure all of your links work on phones and are very quick and very easy for people to get to your booking link, to get to your, to get to your products, to get to your product page, to get to your Etsy or your Amazon, wherever you are asking people to convert. Please make sure that those links work very, very quickly and very easily. Don't send people around to different websites that they have to click on lots of different places. Just make it very, very simple for your customers, because our customers are busy people, same as us. They get distracted in between things. Somebody might come in and they might stop that link. And if you're giving them too many links, it's just too distracting for people. That's the same as your social media, making sure that your social media looks good on a phone. I was just checking somebody's social media just this morning, and I noticed that the words on their Facebook banner come off. We can't see the first sort of third and the last third. We can only see the middle. So making sure that Facebook cover is optimized for your smartphone as well. Okay, so let's have a think about these. Now, I'm just going to read them out so you can start getting these in your mind, and we are going to go through each one of them. The first thing that you really, really have to do is to just make sure that you have your goals set. What do you actually want to happen from your social media? And then who are you talking to? You don't speak to everybody, and that's fantastic, because then you know which platform that they're on and you can spend time there. You know who you're talking to and you can spend time talking to them. You don't need to spend your time talking to every single person in the world. It will overwhelm and exhaust you. Trust me, before I did lots and lots of marketing courses, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to speak to everybody because I thought every single person needed to know about yoga. I was so excited about it, but every single person is not interested in yoga. And so to streamline that and figure out exactly who I was talking to, that made my marketing so much clearer. Every single thing I did, my blogs, my marketing, even my paid advertising, my print advertising, it just made everything so much more clearer. So know your target audience very well. Have a look at your metrics. So creating data-driven marketing strategy. So what's working, what isn't working, having a look at all of your competitors, see what's working with them, see what isn't working. Really do some market research around that. Do some polls. Content mix. So reoccurring ideas to post ideas or post types to include in your social media programming. So what types of things are you actually going to post? What channels are you going to be on? There's no point in being on TikTok if your people are not on TikTok. If your people are on TikTok, even if you hate it, that's where you need to be. Infrastructure, setting up the processes so it's very, very easy for your people to get to your services or your products. And then improvements, so seeing what is actually working and what isn't working, and then focusing on what is working. And that will change over time as well. Okay, so goals. So what outcomes do you actually want from your efforts, and how are you going to measure them? Do you want brand awareness? Are you just building your business and you want to build up a really, really big audience so that when your product or your service is ready to be sold, you have a fantastic audience to start selling to? So is that your type of thing? Is that your goal, to build up that massive brand awareness? Are you trying to get website traffic? Are you trying to get people to your website and to convert? Is the booking system set up? Is there a very easy way for people to buy your products? I went to a meeting the other day, and somebody was trying to sell something, but they hadn't set up the e-commerce part on their website. There was no way that anyone could buy their product, and that was the only thing that was bringing them in money. So we need to make sure that these processes are very, very easily set up for our customers. Don't make it hard. Don't make them try to find you. Make it very, very easy. With your brand awareness, are you thinking about leads? Do you just want a lead generation? So lead generation is building up either an email list or building up a form so you can contact them and you can possibly ring them and make a 5-minute, 10-minute chat with them. So you can have a conversation with them and start learning about them, and they can start learning about you, and then you can build that relationship and hopefully lead to a conversion. Are you trying to bring people into your physical shop? So this is actually a very different thing. So this is why we need to start with our goals. If we need to build people into our physical shop, then our Facebook ads only need to be in a specific location. But if we are building, an online shop, that can very much be wherever you can ship to. And so you need to be very careful and very aware about what these goals are. Do you want people to sign up for your emails? We don't own social media, any of them, unless you're Mark Zuckerberg. Hi, Mark. We don't know if they're ever going to stop. They're going to shut down. They're going to block. They're going to, shadow ban us. They can do almost what they like. It's their platform. We are being given the opportunity to advertise on their platforms, which is incredible, but we don't own them. And so getting people to sign up for your email is a great goal, because then you actually have their email addresses. Yesterday, I got sent an email, though, out from a business, from their business email, but it didn't give me an unsubscribe button, which is actually illegal. So please make sure that you are sending from a proper email server like MailChimp or MailerLite, Aweber, any of those email servers that give people a chance to unsubscribe. So are you trying to get sales into your e-commerce shop? Are you building that beautiful community? I've seen a lady recently building an amazing women in business community, and she's building it on Facebook, and she's building it offline. So that could be your goal as well. Are you thinking about customer service? Are you just wanting to give very, very good customer service, or are you looking at PR or press awareness? So again, very different demographic there. You're not doing a B2B, a B2C, so business to consumer. You're doing a B2B, business to business. So your target audience, researching and defining your easiest customers. Now, this is a bell curve. You know, you'll say to me, oh, I sell to these people and I sell a little bit to these people, but these are the main target market that you sell to. Now, I tell you why this is very important. With my skincare company, I researched mainly the people who the skincare is going to work for. So that's my target audience. So it's females, it's they're over 30s, they have sensitive skin, they have income, so they usually probably work full time, so they can afford decent skincare, and that is what they want to be spending their money on. So I did lots and lots of research around this, and I researched and made sure that, you know, that's who my target market was going to be. But what was the most common name in that generation? And it came up with Jenny. So every single time I do some marketing, I write a blog, I do anything like that, I have Jenny in my mind. And it makes it so easy for me, because I can say to myself, will Jenny find this interesting? And when I just say that one word, Jenny, that whole entire marketing research comes up in my mind, the age, you know, what she's interested in, everything. So it just makes it very, very easy. So I encourage you, and obviously people, you know, other people are going to buy, but that's also then I need to do that research once people do start buying, to say, because we've only just launched, to say, okay, oh, geez, I was a little bit off on that. These are the people that are actually buying this in that demographic. So great, I need to focus my marketing on those people. So this can be evolving, and it can be it's a bit of an evolution. So thinking about your target audience and researching, where are they? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Do they like watching Instagram stories? Do they like watching Instagram reels? Are they on YouTube? Are they on TikTok? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Pinterest? So trying to figure out, and this is you speaking to your customers and saying, which platforms do you use? What do you do? Do you use Facebook groups? Do you follow any Facebook pages? How do you actually get your information? Do you read blogs? Do you read magazines? So this is you talking and researching, so that when you find out that your demographic only watches TikTok, that's where you put your best efforts into your marketing. So it just streamlines it again. It streamlines it to make sure that you are just getting to those people. And there are going to be other people on the sides, that's okay. But your main target audience is going to be there. So it makes everything so much easier for you. So which channels are they on? So social networks you want to dedicate your time to, and what you'll use them for. So like I said, are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Reddit, YouTube, Pinterest? And they're probably on a few of those. And I do encourage you to be on a few of those. And I've done webinars previously, and I'll do them again, on repurposing your content. And so if you make an Instagram reel, you can put it onto Facebook, you can put it onto Pinterest, you can put it onto YouTube. So you're really just creating one piece of content and making sure that it actually sits well with those other ones. Now you'll see that I didn't say LinkedIn in that little bit that I put in there, because LinkedIn is very different from those other social media platforms. Those social media platforms that I just told you actually work well together, and it's the same size and it's the same length, that type of thing. So if you're on LinkedIn, you'll probably be speaking to businesses instead of just one-on-one consumers. Always remember though, behind a business is a person and a consumer. So infrastructure, so setting up the processes and tools to execute your strategy efficiently. Have you set up your Facebook page correctly? Is it the right template? Loads of Facebook pages that I audit and I have a look at have got the WhatsApp link set there, and it seems to be doing it by default or even changing it sometimes. If you don't use WhatsApp, don't put it there. And I actually know very few Australians that use WhatsApp on Facebook. So if your customers use WhatsApp, absolutely fantastic. Keep it there, no problems. But make sure that when you're having a look at Facebook, your call to action button is exactly where you want them to go. Have you set up a booking system? Does that booking system have that link that people can book straight away? Have you got a shop set up? So if you have products, physical products, have you set up a shop on Facebook Commerce Manager so that people can directly buy and get a link to your website? You might see some American videos on YouTube perhaps saying that you can actually set up your shop within Facebook. We can't currently do this in Australia. We do need to have a website link and send people off the platform. But we do need to connect that platform, that website, to Facebook Commerce Manager so that our products are within that system as well. So have you set up your template properly? Have you set up your booking call to action button, your shop now call to action button? If you've got a lead magnet to get people's email addresses, have you set up the learn more? And so it automatically goes over to your emails server. It goes over to where you're collecting emails. You've set that up within your email server so that it automatically goes out to them once you get that email address. So just again, making it very, very easy for people to shop from you or to go to your products. So that's from Facebook. Have you set up a messaging system, perhaps if people message you and you're not on there all the time? Have you set up an automated message system on there? It's to say to people, thanks very much for messaging me. I really appreciate it. And it actually allows you to put in their name as well automatically. So thanks very much for the message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can give you my full attention. So letting them know that they're not going to be, answered straight away, but you are actually acknowledging them and you're going to get back to them when you can. So that's Facebook. Thinking about Instagram. Have you set up your bio properly? That's the bit at the top. Have you set up a website link in there so people can go to your website? A lot of the time I see people setting up a Linktree website link. This is fantastic if you don't have a website. If you do have a website, send them there directly, because if you're sending them to a Linktree to go to your website, it's just another link for them to get lost. So you may as well send them directly over to your website. If you don't own a website yourself, great idea having the Linktree in there. So that's with your Instagram. Have you set up that properly? With your Pinterest, have you set up links? Do all of your pins link off to your website or your Etsy shop or your Amazon store or wherever? And with those links, or your blog, wherever you're sending people, with those links, do they go directly to the place where you have your picture instead of just straight to the homepage? So are you connecting them to the exact thing that they want to see? To see how I'm just trying to make this very, very easy for your customers. I don't want them to get lost in the process. Thinking about all of the different platforms and just making sure that you come to it, you've set it up as a business, but then you come to it from a consumer's point of view and you start seeing it to see what it looks like from a consumer's point of view. You might like to grab somebody else's phone and do this, because you'll then easily be able to see how it looks from a consumer's point of view. or even ask one of your friends just to go through the process and tell you if it's easy, if you could do anything to make it easier. I always ask quite a few people to do this on any of my things that I send out, just so I know that that process is very, very easy for my customers. So setting up your Facebook and Instagram shop, we set that up through Facebook Commerce. And this is why I wanted you to think about this, because then you have this shop on website, and then you have a little button down here where you can actually click on it on every single post. You tag your product on every single post, you can click on that and it goes to the website. So just a very, very easy way for your customers to get to your products or your services. Having a content mix, so recurring ideas or post types to include in your social media programming. Is there something that really, really resonates with your customers? What you go through your insights on your Instagram, you go through your analytics on your Facebook, you can go through analytics on your TikTok, even into your Pinterest as well, and starting to think about what really resonates with your customers. Another way that you would do this is you'd go through your competitors' posts and you would see how many likes they're getting, how many people are commenting, what's the engagement on this, and start to think to yourself, right, those people are finding that very, very interesting. Is there something that I can do to recreate that in mine? You're not going to directly copy exactly what they've been doing. Please don't do this. I've seen a few people doing this on mine actually, and I haven't pointed it out yet to them, but I'm keeping an eye on it, and just making sure though that no one, I didn't create them myself. I got ideas from other people as well. So what goes around comes around, but you're trying to just get inspiration from those posts. Don't screenshot it and use it as yours. Okay, so you're trying to see what is working, what's working for other people, what's working in your industry. You can even have a look and see what's working in other people's industries that might not be anything to do with yours, and seeing if you can recreate something that suits your business there. And so having that social media strategy based on what performs best on each platform. If you're trying to do a very, very pretty Instagram post that is just still and it's just a picture, you do that on TikTok, it will not work. If you're trying to do, a TikTok, if you're trying to do something fun and, less serious, you put it onto LinkedIn, it won't work. So you're thinking about what works best on each platform and playing the game, playing that social media game and seeing if you can boost your business by playing that game. So social media is meant to be social. It's not meant to be about selling all of the time. So we use social media as the top of the funnel. We're building that brand awareness around your business. So letting us in on it behind the scenes, on some bloopers, on something that you find frustrating or funny, building up that trust in our business is the top of the funnel. And then people start seeing you all of the time, start liking, starting commenting, your post gets seen more to them. They start forming a relationship in their mind with you. And then when they are ready to buy or their friend asks them about something, you're forefront in their mind. They'll know exactly who to go to because you've built that awareness, you've built that intrigue, you've built that education, that entertainment for them already. So here's just a bit of a social media strategy. There's loads and loads. I could go on about this for hours and hours, but here's just a little quick social media strategy that you might like to try. So based on four different pillars, people sometimes call it. So showcasing your product or your services, entertaining people, inspiring people, and educating people. So there's 4 different areas there, and only one of them is talking about your product or your service and actually selling it. But all of the other ones need to be on brand. So the entertainment, the inspiration, the education needs to be about your product or something that people can relate to you with your service or your business. So always bringing it back to your business, but doing it in different ways. So obviously when you're showcasing your product or your service, you're tagging it, people can go straight to your website and your business. When you're showcasing your product or your service, tell people what it is, tell people how great it is, tell people why they need it, do video testimonials, do reviews, people showcasing it. Just your product best, and so telling people all about it. Then entertaining people within your target market. So like I said right at the beginning, I've got Jenny in my mind. So who have you got in your mind, and what are they going to enjoy? Do they like cat memes? Do they like gaming? So that's 2 completely different things. So do you see how it's so important to actually know your target market, so you know exactly what sort of memes and jokes and behind the scene bloopers they actually like. You could do branded videos, you could do quizzes, games, competitions, lots and lots of things to entertain people. So inspiration. So how are you going to inspire your people? How are you going to give them a bit of a feel? How are you going to do it through quotes? Are you going to do it through, showing them the top 100 music videos? Are you going to do it through telling them, the latest on Netflix? So inspiring people. What do your customers like? Again, a little bit on brand as much as you can, and giving them that inspiration. And then educating people. So this is sort of like selling your products and services, but it's not so much a buy now situation. It's this is how you use it, or this is how it works. This is how you store it. This is how you clean it. This is how you book my service. This is what you're going to feel like after this service. This is the aftercare after my service. This is a PDF that you can download that's going to be really useful for you. Here's a checklist. So educating people around that product or your service. Answer some questions. And then having a look and seeing what is actually working. So going into the insights, going into the analytics and actually seeing what is going to be working. So you celebrate what is working as well. So I know it's hard work putting all this work together. It really is. So congratulating yourself on doing that, putting it all together, and then trying to find what is working. What do your people resonate with? And it might be completely different from what you thought. And that's great because you're doing your market research and you're finding out what works for your customers. So at the beginning, I said to you that this program is brought to you by Business Station, and it's a digital solutions program. If you do want to join in, it really is a really great program, but you do need to have an ABN in WA, Queensland or Northern Territory, and you need to be running your business to make a profit. So if you are registered as a non-for-profit, we do have facilities for you in Queensland. So just get in touch with the team. And you do need to have fewer than 20 full-time staff members. So the link is businessstation.link/register. And there's lots and lots of amazing people on there that can help you grow your business and take you to the next level, whichever level you are at. I'm just going to stop share, come in and say hi. So thank you very much for joining me today. That went very quickly. My apologies. I do speak very fast. So hopefully you've got lots of information from that. And if you do have any questions, my email is victoria@businessstation.com.au. And I hope that was very useful for you. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day and all the best for your business. Take care.